Anime episode
12
and a half.
Yeah.
And a half.
You may not realize it's a half.
It's a half because, well, two apologies that we're going to make today. One is for last week because of the way we had a lot of technical issues, which we're not going to go into right now.
Yeah.
But the second one is how short this episode is going to be because we lost about, what would you say?
We lost like an hour of recording.
An hour and a half of recording.
Not an hour and a half, like an hour,
Yeah.
an hour and 15 minutes, yeah. A lot, though.
A lot of recording because, unfortunately, neither of us noticed that one of the mics wasn't plugged in.
Yeah.
We have a lot of discussion, but unfortunately, it's one-sided. Literally,
You literally just get my mic.
yeah, because
And-
unfortunately, well, I don't know. Unfortunately, we have really nice mics, so we're not going to pick up each other's stuff.
Let's just say that I set it up so that we shouldn't be picking up each other's mics.
Yeah,
I can probably go back and listen to the recording, and you just probably just be just like far away echo. You'll still be picked up. It's just like you'll just be really quiet.
yeah. So today's episode is going to be a little shorter. We're just doing anime discussions because I'm pretty sure why you're coming here.
Yeah,
for.
and also it's what we were on when we noticed.
When we noticed it.
We could just we could still have a lot. Like we still have it was the one thing we just started.
Luckily, we just started when we noticed. So
so we don't have time to redo everything else. So
no.
so
we're
it's
just gonna
just
go straight into anime discussions.
yeah.
Next episode, we're hoping to plan a little special thing.
Yeah.
Details. We're not gonna give out details. We're not sure how it's gonna turn out, but
Yeah.
from here on, put in some magical music right here, make it, and then we're in the discussion.
Yeah. Best podcast in the world.
So professional.
Fucking up left and right.
And here we go.
Yay.
So a lot of anime ended this
Yes.
this past week. A lot of anime ended.
Yeah.
And one of the most popular ones that everyone's always been excited for is
Attack on Titan.
Season 2. This way this season makes me so excited. And I'm so happy that right afterwards they announced Season 3.
So to pick it back off the announcement of Season 3, but yeah, Season 2 was freaking amazing. There were a couple episodes I'm like, okay, stop fucking talking on the trees.
That was a long time that they talked at the trees.
Like it's just as long in the manga, but it's also really important because you're given a lot of information. There's also a lot of great character interactions, especially with like Reiner and spoilers.
If you haven't seen it,
whatever. It's with Reiner. They're on a goddamn tree.
Yeah, they're in
Who cares?
Tree. There's lots of trees.
There's lots of trees, and like maybe like two other characters are there.
Yeah,
being bitches. But no, like the stuff with like him, as well as like the other characters, like how they they had such cognitive dissonance.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that was the only way I could describe what their mindset was like with how like the way where they were acting, especially with the story stuff, was like kind of amazing. Like it was really cool to see that, and also kind of like, ooh, that's a little heartbreaking.
Yeah.
I hate to be honest, I really like those characters a lot.
I did too. They were one of my favorites. And to see all that happen was like,
Yeah.
Like when they first gave the secret, I was like, all right, they're just saying this because they're trying to get something out of Eren. That's all they're saying this. Either they're trying to trick him, they're trying to use reverse psychology. Please don't let this be. Oh, fuck. That was my entire thought process.
So when I read the reveal of the secret, I honest to God could not believe it. I'm like, wait, go back. I went back a couple. So I was reading it on Crunchyroll on my phone. I'm like, what? Wait, like they're just gonna just like casually just. Oh yeah, I know this happened, and
this happened, and
we caused this, and this thing happened. I'm like, you seriously are just like no fanfare.
No.
Like super haha.
It was me all along.
It was me, Dio. But no, it's like we did this. It's like no.
Reverse psychology. Please let it be. If you're trying to get something out of Eren, trying to get him out of the thing.
Why are you saying this in this way? Like, it was like, to be honest, it was like one of my favorite things. Like just how casually it just flopped onto the table,
And even in the anime, because they revealed it like right at the end of the episode, and it's the same thing. Flop it casually, no dramatic thing. Anime, flop it. There it is. Episode's over, and you have that to ponder on for the next episode.
It was really good.
I hated it.
Oh god, I loved it.
Oh my
like
god.
it also like just the cliffhangers in the season again. They're still there.
There's a lot because there's a lot going on.
Every episode of Attack on Titan is like fucking cliffhanger.
Mm-hmm.
But they kind of upped their game a bit this time.
This season they definitely introduced a lot of background stuff.
Yeah.
Which is perfect for the cliffhanger stuff too, because putting those together, revealing a new part about the whole, some of the history of the characters, the history of the world. I hate it and I love it. All the cliffhangers.
Yeah.
Just like, fuck you. I'm excited, but fuck you. that was my thought process throughout the whole season.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Fuck you. Attack on Titan. Fuck you.
Yep. That's our thing. That's our review for this season. Attack on Titan. Love, but fuck you. Not only that, but Mikasa was honestly, she shone the most out of this entire season.
So out of all the characters, she was I want to say the star of the season.
Definitely.
Like for like every single moment she was on screen, I was super excited because the stuff that they were doing with her was absolutely fantastic. Also like a lot of like, also even like Eren like now is like, oh, he's actually finally doing something.
Yeah.
And just like, especially like when like now like he was learning how he was like doing really cool fight stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh god, like just like the direction on that too was just super fantastic, and like just how like heavy everything was feeling.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, props out to the animators of that. Dear God.
Oh my gosh, everything just happening this season. It hits you hard in every way. It hits you hard visually with some of the gruesome stuff that happens. It hits you hard with a lot of the realizations of why people are a certain way. It hits you hard on the way they try and get over everything that happened, whether it's because of the past, and that something with the past is mixing in with the present situation that's happening. Everything about this season, honestly, if you lay it all out, is just a giant mess, but it blends well together. This giant mess.
I would say Attack on Titan is one big gelatinous giant mess.
Who's that painter that just throws random shit on the canvas?
I don't remember.
You know,
I know
which
who
paintings
he is, though,
I'm
yeah.
talking
yeah.
to, where any other person or any other thing doesn't really look that well, but there's just something about it by the way the chaos of the painting just kind of works. That's how I feel about Attack on Titan season 2. Is that everything is a mess because they're throwing so much information at you.
And like one of the things that someone pointed out on Twitter was like, hey, you have to realize all of this is happening for the characters within a 24-hour time span. And I'm like, that's fucked. like the first because how if you haven't seen the second season yet, why? But like the first you have the big reveal that was from the first season and into the second season. But then you just cut away from that before that even happened to a completely different part of the story. And then the intercut between that, the entire thing is like, within like 12 hours, like within 24 hours, like so many things get revealed, so many like things happen. Yeah. And it's like only like a matter of like you could basically the entire season takes place in like a matter of like 2 days.
I think so. It takes place. Tops, I think, a week. I mean, it's one of those things.
No, it's literally like 2 days. It's
gosh.
Because you have you have the 12-hour back thing. So like it's like the middle of the day.
Yeah.
For the second episode, like for the first episode, really starts to get its gears turning, and it's like and then like with the second group of characters, they go out. It's like you can see the sun setting every single time, and most of the stuff at the castle happens at night, and then the reveal of like everything else was in the morning,
and then everything else happens.
Everything else literally happens within like 5 to 7 hours after that. Yeah, everything happened in like 2 days.
Everything in this season 2 happened. Season 2 is literally the show 24 right now.
It literally is. It's actually kind of nuts, like how like short amount of time much stuff just happens in like 2 or 3. tops 3 days, but probably 2 if
Yeah.
you're really.
2.5 days maybe.
It actually might be 1. No, it's 2 days.
Yeah.
It's definitely 2 days, because it says because there's 2 Twilights.
Mhm.
There's 2 Twilight scenes.
Yeah.
Like one like where they're running up to the different villages, and one like where they're running back to the wall.
Yeah.
Like those are the only 2 scenes that are with the sun setting.
Oh.
Oh, that does happen in 2 days. Oh shit, that's fucking nuts. Oh god, this is a realization of how much stuff actually happened.
You're getting like an in time of just if we were on video, you right now you would just see my hands on my head because I'm just realizing this too. This happened in 2 days.
Like, how awful is that?
That's a lot to go through in 2 days.
Like,
everybody dies.
so many people die. So many things like happen. Like awful things happen to people, and it's
Yeah.
like just 2 days.
Oh my gosh, this is why I love this show. Just that everything works. I don't think any other a lot of shows I don't think can pull it off the way Attack on Titan does.
Well, a lot of it has to do with the director.
That too,
And also, Attack on Titan's manga just fits perfectly
Mhm.
for like even like the structure of it like fits perfectly for animation.
oh
And
yeah,
a TV show setting. I don't think the guy had it in mind when he was making it. It just happened to
Mhm.
kind of fall into their lap that way.
makes me excited to see what kind of stuff they're gonna put in season 3. Because I know you said that
So-
season 2 added a lot of stuff that wasn't even technically in the arc in the manga.
So it didn't really add things. It just like kind of like elaborated on
Yeah.
stuff. Like things like certain things that are kind of like downplayed in the manga were exaggerated into
Yeah.
the anime, or just dived a little bit deeper into.
Mhm.
Is like with the Beast Titan being all like he's super creepy in the anime. He's not really in the manga.
Mhm.
And so it's like it's all like little things like that. Also, like restructuring some of the story stuff also helps to make it fit better into a TV thing, which actually makes the story better.
Yeah,
There's also like just like the amount of freedom like the animators have of like how they're portraying things, and like just the awesome camera work that they're
Yeah.
doing too.
and
with
then you
that.
have the creator of Attack on Titan of the manga saying that he's really happy with the anime because it improves on his story.
Like he really likes it.
Yeah.
He's actively like working with them, helping improve his own story. Like, hey, let me fix this up a bit. Let's change this. How this?
Mhm.
So like, doesn't impact the story. The bigger picture story just impacts the smaller moments, which I like.
Yeah.
But so yeah, oh, it's so good.
Oh.
Oh, I'm so excited.
And
especially the little teaser that got released. I don't think you've seen it.
I don't. Is it the one where it shows all the covers for the thing?
So that literally skips the next arc. It literally starts on the arc after the next one, and then like goes almost all the way up to where it is now.
yeah.
Like, if that the amount of content that is like crammed into that many volumes is literally like 2 or 3 cores long.
Yeah.
I hope to God it is, because I would love to spend like 3/4 of a year just watching Attack on Titan every single week.
I would too.
Oh.
Oh, can't wait. I'm so excited.
I am excited too.
So with that, then, because I know you and me are watching different things right
Yeah.
now. So, I know for me, the one I've been following very close is Eromanga Sensei.
Yes.
And-
I've seen just nothing but gifs and stuff from that.
Oh gosh. Last episode, not necessary at all.
Yeah.
The way they ended the episode before, and the way the episode ended, and showing off certain characters, confirming that this takes place. Well, basically, it takes place in the same universe as Oremo.
I've
Yep.
seen the gifs from it, and
Yep.
it
And-
still doesn't. It makes me want to. What's to say? It makes me want to watch this even less.
But because I mean, the first thing they revealed was like, that makes sense. A cool little throwback to your old show. Sure you have some things here and there, but then confirming it even harder than it was before.
Yeah.
And it's tiny, and it works, and it made me excited. I was like, oh, this is a nice way to end it. And then you have the very last episode, which it was just purely fan service, to be honest.
I from what I saw some reactions from other people,
Hmm
mainly like just fans and like not like we're not like the Sakuga people or the anime, but the Annie Twitter bubble that I'm in, which I purposely put myself into because I wanted to see it. Because I want to see what other people think about it, and so but they give their opinions very well. But like general fans, we're kind of like, really, that's it. Is it kind of like apparently it just kind of went out with a whimper?
It did, but at the same time, the way they ended the show was showing that the main girl is growing as a person. She's actually coming out of her bubble. She's starting to, because out of everything happening going on, you'd expect somebody to grow.
Yeah,
and they did it. They showed it, and that whole scene where they show that she grew was like maybe 30 seconds long, not even.
Oh.
And it was like, all right, this whole episode you could have just thrown it out and put this little 30-second thing at the end, maybe, or just add like a little short thing at the end.
But no,
you had to make this whole episode that really wasn't necessary at all. But it makes me hope that there is going to be a season 2. Or at least a season 2. I don't know how the light novel's going, or how long it is, because I know that's kind of what they did with Oreimo. They had season 1 and they had season 2, and that whole ordeal with the OVAs, which became controversial for the Oreimo fandom.
I've noticed.
Yeah.
I've heard.
Yeah, you know how I fucking feel about that.
Oh, you don't need to go into it.
Very vocal about it. That's another time, though.
Yeah.
So it makes me hope that they're going to do more, because I feel like there's still more they could do with this, but I don't know what it is exactly. I'd be fine if they didn't. This is one of those things where I feel like they could do more, but I'd be fine if they didn't do more.
I would be fine if they didn't do more.
Well, that's what I just like.
So, I've been meaning to tell you this for a very long while. Mm-hmm. One of the episodes, the voice actress for the main girl, the little sister.
Oh, that's right. She animated. She helped.
So animated.
Quote unquote animated.
She drew a single keyframe.
Yeah. For
a shot that needed one keyframe.
Yep. I saw that and I was like, okay.
I just thought that was kind of laughable. But it's like, it is cool because the actress really wanted to do it, and like, it's great that she was given the opportunity, and like it was still corrected by the AD.
Yeah.
Like every single frame, if it needs correction, depending upon the AD. Our animation director, for people who don't know what that means, they redraw frames if they needed. But so like I just kind of saw that, and I'm like, oh.
That's cute.
That's cute.
I saw that too.
I'm like, of course, the director would only give her one frame to draw.
Well, if I remember, I think she was kind of like interested in getting kind of in the industry, if I remember right, or that was like.
Well, I think she's been a voice actor for quite a while.
Yeah,
I think
but
she just wants to draw.
Yeah.
Like, if you can do that, go right ahead. I don't care.
Do it. It's cool. Do you.
Yeah, you do you.
Do you. But Edamanga Sensei, this as I don't know what it is about this show. The video that Giga did pretty much summarizes how I feel.
Okay, that's good because I'm not gonna watch it then.
It's a good show, but it's definitely not.
It is trash. It is Sen's trash.
It is Sen's And I will own this show when it comes out. I'm going to say that now. I'm going to buy this show.
Yep, Aniplex prices.
Yep, that's right. It's Aniplex, too, because that's what Oreimo was.
Credit card.
Much. And I probably will buy that shirt that Giguk made. Anime is trash,
and so am I.
He made a shirt, and I'm going to get it.
I want that shirt, too. That shirt sounds fantastic to own.
Anything you've been watching that you want to talk about that I haven't been?
So My Hero Academia wrapped up its tournament arc.
Tournament arc!
No, but no, like, so the tournament arc was probably the best thing to happen to My Hero Academia, like, because the first season wasn't very high energy.
Mm-hmm.
It was like kind of like, okay, this is shonen, it's so good. Still like all the characters, but it's like not super impressive at all.
More like a build-up kind of thing for season 2.
Oh, it felt like a build-up like for the entire series. Season 2 comes out the gate kicking with its best animator. Like, like with the Studio Bones' best animator, Yutaka Nakamura, like taking like it's like literally the best scenes of the entire show, just animating the living shit out of it. I showed you one of them. Holy cow!
That shot you got me is what got me started watching it again.
Yeah.
I just stopped just because for whatever reason, I just stopped.
Yeah.
And I texted you crying my eyes out,
While
drunk.
eating
pizza. Just tears in my eyes.
I just love the idea of you holding a piece of slice, just like crocodile tears.
Yeah, that's how it was. And luckily, my wife was just playing a game and had her headphones on. Otherwise, she'd be hear me crying like a little bitch.
And making fun of you.
Yep.
Make fun of her. Make fun of him now.
And then I'm just pointing like. That's how it was.
So apparently, I haven't seen this week's episode because I was really busy.
Yeah.
But they were going, but no, like apparently, it's slowed. It's gotten back to the point where they slowed down.
Mm-hmm.
But that tournament arc had so much in the way of character development, like it just needed it.
Yeah.
Like one of the ones is it really got the motivation of like each individual character of like what they want to do in their life. Especially the guy who has fire and ice. I forget the names except Deku and Midori because Midori is the best. Oh, she's the best.
Super adorable.
There's a scene in the second season where her parents surprise her and the mom is holding her hand. They're just like, why is there this white thing coming out? It's her eyeball. Also in that same shot, like in one of the shots, it has like this flowery background. Mm-hmm. In the same shot where the mom is pushing her eyeball back into place, you can see the flowery background behind her. Like it actually physically takes up space. It was a small detail that I saw in a screenshot. I'm like, that is hilarious. But no, it's like the show has so much heart in it. Like, especially now that they actually where the main character's finally getting control of his power.
Yeah.
And also really pushing, he's also becoming one of the driving forces behind character development for other characters, which is great. But it's I'm super excited to see where this goes.
Yeah.
They're taking a week break starting next week.
Mm-hmm.
And there won't be the new episode. The new arc starts on July 8th.
Yeah.
And I am super excited to see where that goes.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be awesome, hopefully.
My Hero Academia is definitely the type of show that we need right now for getting new people into anime.
Oh, yeah. I would definitely say that.
Back in our day, when anime was first starting to get super popular back in early 2000s, we had Naruto, we had Bleach, and we had One Piece. And those were kind of the shows that a lot of us older fans were... That's what got us into anime, was at least watching one of those
I should say our generation of fans. You got people back in the 90s who were doing
those guys are a whole different breed.
Oh, yeah. I listened to the ANN cast of Zach Berchi, recent episode, talking about the creator of Inuyasha.
Yeah.
Of how they would get fan sub tapes of her older stuff and watch it that way. I'm like, fuck!
Yeah, because me and Jay are, I would say, second generation fans. Right once anime hit pop culture, basically.
Yeah.
Right when it was starting to pick up on pop culture. For the guys and a lot of the girls, it was Naruto, Bleach, and One Piece. For the girls, it was Fruits Basket to get them into.
Oh yeah, definitely Fruits Basket.
Fruits Basket and whatnot. And now that we're starting to get older, and a lot of younger kids are starting to get that age where they're starting to pick up on something they like. All those shows are ending. A lot of them are ending. Naruto's done. I mean, granted, there's Boruto and whatnot, but that's
more for the fans and Japanese fan base.
And I know that Bleach is ending too.
Bleach has been ended for a couple years now.
Bleach has ended, and One Piece. I have no idea what's going on with that.
One Piece is still the top thing, but it's in decline.
Yeah, it's on the decline.
It's still its rating. It's always on the top 10 for ratings. Yeah. It's going to be interesting to see what happens with it.
Yeah.
Because the industry has changed so much.
The industry has changed so much. A lot of the newer fans, that's going to be a show that's hard to get into. Also,
just how shows are produced now, it's completely different. Yeah. It's because with the way One Piece was produced, how it was done back then was you make a long-running show to sell merchandise, to sell the manga, to sell the magazine, to sell other things. You don't do it to sell the DVDs or Blu-rays, or VHSs actually at the time. And then, but with... what was it? But with nowadays, it's it's so risky to do that. Like, I'm surprised that Twin Star Exorcist got 50 episodes. I got halfway through it, but like, I need to finish it. But like, it just hits so much filler.
And not only that, but the way they bring it over here is a lot different too. Because back in the day, a lot of the popular stuff like One Piece, a lot of times, a lot of the kids got introduced into Saturday morning cartoons. Back when 4Kids got a hold of it and censored the crap out of it, and a lot of us didn't realize that until eventually, like a couple years later, after it got off, when Toonami released it, and they were all proud. It's like, we're re-releasing it uncensored. That's right, it was censored, and here you go. There it goes.
And then also like with the mid 2000s, the rise of fan subbing and like illegal streaming websites and stuff like that. And
that was the only way we could get it.
That's like, it's either you do that or you pay $30 for 4 episodes on a DVD, which is like that, like
which
Gundam,
has no English subtitles.
Which
either.
does.
Well, not as much as it does right now. Though,
well, it's like I'm talking like something like from Bandai, Funimation.
From them. Yeah, it was really expensive back then.
Yeah. But like but then like shows like Gundam. It's like it's 50 episodes. You have like 20 or 30 like DVDs you have to buy.
Each is about $30 a piece.
And it's even worse if you go even further back. Like I think it was like either Rama 1/2 or Lem. Zach Birchie just posted a picture of it. He's like 3 episodes, VHS, $35. You want to collect the entire thing. At the time, it was $1,000. It was like $1,700. Nowadays, it would be $3,400 to get the entire series.
Yeah.
Like, how? You don't do that.
Yeah. And right now, with everything ending, I mean, One Piece is definitely not a thing, I think, to get new fans.
But
I mean, I can understand some people would like it, but it's so far ahead that it would be intimidating for people to get in.
Yeah, that's one of the problems with it. So it's the culture right now, and so what? At least what Shonen Jump, Shueisha is doing with its Shonen Jump titles, is you don't get endless running series. You get season here, season there, season here. Like you're seeing this with Food Wars actually, because Food Wars actually got announced for a 3rd season this fall, and so it's like it's really interesting to see like the way it's being produced now has just changed so much. And it's like you don't get these super long running series anymore. Like
I mean, look at Sword Art Online. Honestly, Sword Art Online has such a mixed thing with the community. I'm an example of it, where I do like the show, but I realize this is not a good show. It has a lot of flaws, and yet it is super, super popular. Why is that? Because new people that are coming into the thing go, hey, guess what? I like video games. Hey, this is like really keen into video games and whatnot. And of course, you're going to have a lot of the older fans like, oh no, you should watch Dot Hack. Dot Hack is hard to watch.
Dot Hack is so impenetrable.
Yeah.
I tried. I actually tried. Like I tried watching Dot Hack GU. I think that's I think that's one of the OVA series. Like, I just couldn't get into it.
Yeah, and I watched Dot Hack back in the day because that was like the only thing we had to a style like that. Yeah,
and like I like to like I've been finding. Well, we should get back on topic actually. Yes. So, but yeah, My Hero. We have a long tangent.
Yeah, that was. We apologize.
Well, yeah,
that's a discussion we need to have.
That is a discussion we need to have. But no, one of the things for in terms of what so My Hero Academia is great.
It's super great.
It's really, really great. I highly recommend the show, like especially now.
Yeah.
If you want to watch it in English or Japanese, you can.
Yeah,
like
if you have a friend.
No, seriously. Same day it comes out in Japanese with subtitles is the same day it comes out in dubbed English. I think. Don't quote me on that. I had to check that actually. It might be a week behind, but it's pretty much the same day.
Close.
It's still like when they announced, I'm like, really?
Yeah.
It must have done super well for Funimation in terms of its numbers and sales and Blu-ray
and streaming and whatnot too.
I meant like that's what I meant by numbers. But anyways, so that's really great. I just watched last week's episode of Suka Suka or World End. It's a light novel.
Yeah.
It is. It's a light novel.
Was it okay at least?
It's decent.
It was. You're like, it was nice.
Let's just say this: if you've never seen a fantasy light novel adaptation before, watch Suka Suka. If you've never seen one, if you have, you can pass. It's just really pretty. Like I'm honestly looking at it for. I'm watching it for the colors.
Yeah.
Because it's a very vibrant color, very vibrant production. Besides that, it's everything you've ever seen before. But so it's like I wish it would have like kept its mysteries held back more. I wish it would have done the relationship with one of the characters way differently. Also, the direction on it's not as strong as it could be, and it's just popcorn. Like that's what it is. It's like, oh, it's something to watch on a Tuesday.
Yeah.
Besides that, what other every other show I'm watching, like kind of like just didn't I missed a week in an episode, and like I just haven't picked it back up.
That's how I am, because I mean I'm still watching Love Tyrant, just because like I said, it's a show that's really bad, but I want to see where it's gonna take it.
Yeah,
they did, because if you remember, I explained that all of a sudden they were going into like all these girls have powers and whatnot and all that.
Yeah,
they explained it, and they went into the history of the girls.
Please tell me it's really bad.
One family is assassins.
That's fucking
so
stupid.
The two main girl, the redheaded girl and the blonde girl, are like stepsisters basically.
Yeah.
They're half sisters. They have the same father. The redheaded girl belongs to a family of assassins, and the blonde-haired girl's family belongs to bodyguards. So their families are in conflict because assassins, like their name like means sword or something, and the bodyguards, their like name means like shield and whatnot. So of course the swords colliding with the shields, and it's just dumb. They have this one character that's basically just a promiscuous yandere character, and they're trying to make some conflict with her, even though now she can't like be involved anymore. But they're still trying to do it's dumb.
That sounds really bad.
And they introduce some new conflict where the main Cupid girl, does she love the guy? Does she not? That's basically that's the plot.
Care.
That's the plot.
Okay, that's really bad. I don't want to talk about it.
I haven't finished it, and now the girl's disappeared. Where'd she go? Who could be behind it?
Who gives a shit?
I wonder who. Could it be yandere bitch? No, it couldn't be her. Fuck you. That's what I have to say to this show. Fuck you.
But no, yeah, no.
School Days is better than this.
Yeah, I need to get caught up on Rage of Bahamut, because apparently that one is 2 core series.
Yeah.
And the other series, which I just got caught up on, but you're an episode behind, is Recreators.
Yes.
So that they finally got a peek behind the curtain of like what's going on with the main character, and I like it. Holy crap, do I like it?
Did it continue on in episode 12 too?
Yeah, episode 12 they expand upon it more. They also kind of lay the groundwork for really the message of the show, which it doesn't spoil anything. Like, the message of the show is like basically, why do people create things?
Yeah.
And like I'm really liking them. Like that was, to be honest, that was not something I thought that would come up, but it really did, because like you had the characters, like really like figuring out the creators with the creations. Names. it just doesn't make sense to someone who doesn't watch it. I don't know how else to describe it, because that's what it is. I'm talking to them, and the creations are like really asking, like, hey, why do you create this stuff?
Yeah.
And one of them is like, I do it because it's like, and one is not a spoiler. You probably can guess who this is.
Yeah.
One of the creators is like, why did you create this? Was like, I created it to have it a mark is that I lived.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's what I want to do.
Yeah.
And like that's how I approach, like whenever like, oh, what's the thing I'm writing right now? Even though I hit a gigantic snake, and I want to create something that has like proof that I lived. And like one of the other ones that I didn't expect this to happen with, she's like, well, why do you create? Well, like, I created it to like say this about humanity, or like what you should do, or like about these things. And it's like, yeah, this is why people create stuff. And it's like, and like how, and now like they're doing something like really. So you need to watch it, because they started talking about like minor spoiler, but they're talking about like doing a mashup. I'm like, this is the fucking coolest thing ever. I'm like, there's like every single step of the way that people do and how people react is like, it feels very human, and also it feels like it's also smart.
Yeah.
Like, they're not being fucking idiots about anything, and like it's
everything has a purpose to it. And one of the things I like is that even like the creations are growing and adapting, because I feel like something kind of like this would be done if it was some kind of different story and whatnot. The creations would always still maintain their attitudes and whatnot from their original works. It would always she would always be hot-headed. She'd always be super shy no matter what. No changes at all. But the fact that they have no purpose in the real, no quote-unquote purpose in the real world, and they have to adapt to that, and you actually seeing that happen, that's one of the things I love so much.
Yeah, it's a really well thought out show. I wish more people were talking about it. And, like, it's like you kind of can't. Like, it's Rei Hiyori, and so I'm trying to formulate words like to explain what my thoughts are on it, but it's like,
I guess for me,
it's hard.
This is a show that I think would be hard for some people, mostly because you definitely kind of need to be in
the
know when it comes to just anime, light novels, kind of like the certain stuff that comes out in it, to fully truly appreciate the show. I think
like there's also like I thought about like the question was like, would I show my friend David this? And the answer was I would not.
Yeah,
because like the impact of like what the characters are doing and the way they're acting would not make sense to him at all. Like just the magical girl character, the way she acts is like, why would she act that way?
Yeah.
Well, she's from a children's show who like where no one gets hurt.
Yeah.
And so when she's fighting and people are getting hurt, it's kind of a huge deal.
Yeah.
And there's like other like small details and things like that. Like I'm really happy one of the characters has disappeared at the moment because she was fucking everything up. But no, like also like I really like that other characters are also changing and growing. They're not the same.
Trying not to change, like the Night Girl.
Episode 12 has stuff like that.
Good.
Yeah.
Because
I was getting annoyed with her.
I like her, but but there's just, it's like, come on, you gotta just accept nothing is like you think it is. Come on, you know it. You can see that you know it, but you don't want to accept it.
I would say episode 12 does more to expand on that, and even like the main character, like I honestly was getting super annoyed with like he was not telling anyone the thing. I'm like, just fucking tell them.
Yeah.
But then once he starts talking about it, oh.
That's why.
If I was in his position and I had done the things that he had done,
I
would also hesitate very, very heavily because there was so much pain attached to.
And hearing about it too, it's one of those things. Yeah, it feels believable because that's a thing a lot of people feel when it comes to being creative, having their own work, having other people shine when you're barely being noticed at all.
Yeah, and especially like. You've put in just as much effort as this person, but they're not. But you're not getting anything as well.
Yeah, even though you can see that my work isn't good, but why is this not happening to me?
Yeah, it was such a human thing, and I'm like, geez, I'm all the frustration I had was kind of just kind of melted away, and it's like. Dear God, like the show is like literally pouring out the heart of this character, and it's like, oh my God, and like I wish more shows were like that. Because like I had a hard time watching episode 11 too. Yeah. It's like because I knew the outcome of it, but it's just like as it went on, and it gets like more.
That's what I really love is because you know the outcome, and what led to that outcome, and seeing it start off so heartfelt. Literally puppy love.
Yeah.
And the way episode 11 ended, showing some of the beginning stuff into the leading to the outcome.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, that got me. That I felt that pain. It was
and then episode 12 also continues on with it, and it's like, I'm sorry if I'm spoiling it for you, but like it's like the way that the other people react to hearing this. It's like, okay, like one of the guys literally goes, I would do the exact same position. I would probably act the same way you did. I would probably be feeling the exact same things you did. But that doesn't mean I'm going to say it's all right.
Yeah.
It's not. Mm-hmm. You have to live with this for the rest of your life, and are you okay with that? Like a different character asked that. It's like, do you regret it, and are you ready to live with that?
Yeah.
And then he goes, yes. I'm like, yeah, that is good character
Yes.
growth. That is great character writing,
Yeah.
and that's why I go to Reihiora for writing, like because he's so good at that. I wish he did more.
Like most other animes with like this, you know, he wouldn't in other animes he wouldn't like accept it and whatnot. It had to be like everybody else kind of eventually lead up to it
Or
and being
everyone
okay.
would or everyone berate him and
Yep,
stuff like that.
having
But it's like,
berate him
but
and
like
how
everyone
could
like,
you do this?
or like everyone was like really accepting about it and like and like very understanding. Like,
Yeah.
I wish people acted like that in my life, to be honest. But it's like, I haven't felt this way for a main character in quite a while, and to be honest, I'm excited to see where this show goes.
Yes,
like
especially now that we know it's a longer show.
There was a stinger at the
Yep.
very end of it. Like, I actually redouble checked the Blu-rays. There are 3 episodes per Blu-ray, which means there's 9 of them. So it's like ooh, yay, too close. And so I'm super excited about it. I'm like, even if the show does not end super strong, I hopefully will not regret watching it.
Mm-hmm. That's my biggest fear, is that so far the show is really good, but there's still so much more. I mean, you said it was going to be like 25 episodes.
It's going to be 24, 25 episodes.
24, 25. We're at that halfway point. And for a show to start this strong, the ending is going to make or break the series.
Well,
mostly.
I would say like kind of like in like, so it started super strong
Yeah.
the first 3 episodes and then kind of went down a bit, but then it's kind of gradually gaining
Yeah.
steam as it's going along, like, and especially now they've shown the beating heart of the show.
Mhm.
And so now if you're actually invested with the characters, like, you're gonna stick with
Yeah.
through the end,
Yeah.
which I'm going to do because I love this show. I wish the Blu-rays had subtitles on them. Have you seen the Blu-rays?
I haven't.
They're fucking magazine covers.
Oh, that's so good.
It's so cool. Like, I saw them, I'm like, I want those. I don't care how expensive they are. I want them.
Oh, I'm excited where this goes, but
Yeah.
I'm a little. I always get worried about shows like this once it hits that halfway point, because it's like, all right,
So
can you keep it going?
let's just say this: they really set it up to like. They set it up really well for the second half. Like, okay, here's the plan.
Yeah.
Here's what we're gonna do, and here's how much in-universe time we have to
Yeah.
do it. And like, that's like, for the plan they set up and the timetable they have. Like, that's realistic.
Yeah,
I can see that. Go for it.
Go for
I
it.
want to see this thing. I want to see how this exactly plays out, because it's like basically they set up doing a, like, you know, those like One Piece or those like the Shonen Jump like collab episodes.
Yeah.
They're doing that,
Oh,
but like, with a bunch of different people, and like the plan they have makes sense for the rules they set up, which the show is incredibly consistent with its rules, which is great. And then also the stinger at the end of the episode 12, was like, this could cause some problems and be really dumb, but I hope it works out.
I feel, yeah, because especially because that's a lot of things that can come up with a premise like this. Is that a lot of things may sound really dumb, and it could either work.
No,
or it can.
like a character shows up
Another. Oh, jeez.
that like could like this could be really bad. like like depending upon how that character is utilized and how they're used, like it could be really, really bad. And like, I hope it isn't. I really, 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 really hope it isn't. I hope, or that they do something unexpected with it, because I won't. But I'm going to put my trust in the writer
Yes.
and hope, and the director, because
Yeah.
Aoki's, this is his, I want to say his second best thing he's done.
Mm-hmm.
Alnoa Zero was a piece of shit. Like, I blame the writer on that one more than anything. His direction was, the way it seems played out, where it's still
Yeah.
it still like will look great. It's directed well. It's just the writing wasn't there. Now he's paired with a strong strong writer, so he's doing really well. But yeah. So anyways, we should probably start wrapping up.
Yay! Wrap up. What are you excited for the next upcoming weeks?
I'm excited for the next upcoming weeks. Little Witch Academia comes out on
Yes.
Netflix on this Friday. I'm excited to see Khaleesi, because that happens in the next 2 weeks.
Yep, Khaleesi's coming, and
That's awesome.
yep.
Then on what else are we do? What else am I excited for? A new series starting up. New season of Owari Monogatari. The second season of Owari Monogatari, which is the latest of the Monogatari series, which I'm super excited for, because the last season was really 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 good. And also there's a new Ufotable show, and there's a few other ones. I had to look it up to see exactly because I don't remember all of them. I'm hoping something surprises me. Also, welcome to the ballroom starts.
Yes. And for me, I got a con that I'm going to coming up. If you're going to be at Minnesota Convergence, look for Arash. I'm going to be the Soldier 76 in cosplay there. And so look for the one brown Soldier 76. And that'll probably be me. Come up, say how much you hate the show or whatever.
Yeah, do that.
Give me, and I'll give you a high five.
Yeah.
Other than that, looking forward to some of the new anime stuff. Final Fantasy XIV released its new expansion.
Yeah.
Still playing that. Excited to play a little more.
I'm doing
of
that still, yeah.
Yep. I bought Wolfenstein New Order with the Steam sale, so I'm playing
Yeah,
that.
I also bought some stuff with the Steam sale.
So doing that, and I'm planning for our D&D campaign, because I finally decided we're going to skip the dungeon crawl. I'm gonna
Thank
end
God.
it and go into our campaign, so...
Thank God.
Yep.
I was getting tired of that
I
dungeon.
was too. So hopefully this next thing works out well, because there's been some, like, what's the word? Some back and forth when it comes to the D&D community for the campaign I'm running. So
Yeah.
so there's that. But thank you for listening to the show. We apologize for things that happen.
Yeah, like it's kind of like one of them was like, oh no, my computer won't work.
Oh no, something even worse happened
Oh
while
no,
it works.
oh no, oh no, the mic was unplugged for an hour. Fuck me, I guess. I knew it was unplugged too before we started. I just forgot. I feel so stupid about that.
It's okay. We all make dumb mistakes.
Yeah, but at least we got something.
Yeah, we got something, so that's good.
Better than nothing,
Yeah.
like last
Luckily,
week.
it's always our highlight of the show that we just started when we noticed. So
Yeah.
All right, you can find us on Facebook at Tiger Anime 2.0, as well as Twitter at TigerAnime2_ or at TigerAnime 2.0. You can email us at TigerAnime2.0 at gmail.com. Once again, that's TigerAnime 2.0 at gmail.com. If you want to download us, recommend us to your friends, you can find us on the iTunes, as well as the Google Play Store, as well as Stitcher and the Libsyn app.
Yep, all those places.
Yep, all those places, so your friend won't have an excuse at all.
Yeah.
You can we made sure you could download us one way or another.
Yeah.
So that's the end of our show. We hope you enjoy it. My name's Arash.
And I'm Jay.
And this is Tiger Anime, always sinking our teeth into anime and manga. Signing off.
Bye.
Bye.